Behold, the legendary Hope Diamond, a mesmerizing blue gem that has captivated the world for centuries. But behind its beauty lies a tale steeped in mystery and tragedy, a curse that has haunted those who possessed it. Legend has it that the curse of the Hope Diamond began with its discovery in the Golconda mines of India, where it was said to have been plucked from the eye of a Hindu idol. One of the earliest victims of the curse was French merchant Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, who acquired the diamond during his travels in the East. Despite his newfound wealth, Tavernier faced a series of personal and financial setbacks. The diamond then found its way into the hands of King Louis XIV of France, who was mesmerized by its brilliance. However, his reign was marked by turmoil and tragedy, with wars, political intrigue, and personal losses plaguing his rule. The curse seemed to follow the diamond through the corridors of power, leaving a trail of misfortune in its wake. As the French Revolution swept through France, the diamond's curse reached its zenith. Marie Antoinette, who wore the diamond as a symbol of her status, faced public scorn and ultimately met a tragic end at the guillotine. King Louis XVI, who once possessed the diamond alongside his queen, also fell victim to the revolutionaries, marking the end of an era and cementing the diamond's dark legacy. As we conclude our journey through the curse of the Hope Diamond, we are reminded that even the most beautiful treasures can harbor secrets of the past. Deep within a Benedictine monastery in Podlazice, Bohemia, during the early 13th century, a monk embarked on an extraordinary task that would birth one of the most enigmatic manuscripts in history, the Codex Gigas, known as the Devil's Bible. The monk's name has been lost to time, but his dedication to creating a book containing all human knowledge is etched into every stroke of his pen on the immense pages of the Codex Gigas. In addition to sacred texts, the manuscript includes historical chronicles, medical remedies, and even a remarkable illustration of the devil, capturing the attention of scholars and igniting centuries of curiosity and superstition. Fast forward to the 16th century, when Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II, a patron of the arts and sciences, acquired the Codex Gigas for his renowned library in Prague Castle. Rudolf, known for his fascination with alchemy and esoteric knowledge, believed that the Devil's Bible held the secrets to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. However, as Rudolf delved deeper into the pages of the Codex Gigas, his mental state began to unravel. He spoke of visions and omens, convinced that the Devil's Bible held prophecies of his destiny and the fate of his empire. His courtiers grew concerned as Rudolf's once stable rule faltered, rumors swirling that the Devil's Bible had ensnared the emperor in its cursed embrace. Centuries later, the Codex Gigas found its way into the possession of Johann George III, a notable patron of the arts and a collector of rare manuscripts. Eager to add the ancient manuscript to his esteemed collection, Johann George marveled at the intricate calligraphy and mysterious illustrations within its pages. Yet, shortly after acquiring the Codex Gigas, strange occurrences plagued Johann George's palace. Seeking answers and solace, Johann George turned to the foremost theologians and scholars of his time, seeking their insight into the mysteries surrounding the cursed manuscript. The learned men warned of ancient curses and malevolent forces bound within the pages of the Devil's Bible, urging Johann George to rid himself of the accursed tome before it brought further calamity upon his house. Today, the Codex Gigas rests in the National Library of Sweden, carefully preserved and studied by scholars and historians, its legacy as a captivating enigma enduring through the ages. These historical accounts serve as cautionary tales, reminding us of the mysterious forces that can be unleashed by delving into ancient texts and the perilous journey into the unknown. Welcome to Bran Castle, a place shrouded in mystery, history, and legends. This fortress has captivated the imagination of people around the world, earning it the nickname Dracula's Castle. But beyond the myth lies a rich tapestry of real events and historical significance. Bran Castle's origins date back to the 14th century, when it was constructed by the Saxons of Transylvania. Initially built as a fortress to protect against invaders, it later became a royal residence for various rulers, including the infamous Vlad the Impaler. Vlad, also known as Vlad Dracula, was a 15th century ruler known for his brutal tactics against enemies and his connection to the Dracula legend. While Vlad's association with Bran Castle is debated, his legacy as a figure of fear and fascination persists. Over the centuries, Bran Castle witnessed pivotal moments in history, from conflicts and sieges to royal celebrations. Its strategic location made it a symbol of power and resilience in the region, attracting both admiration and envy. In the 19th century, Bran Castle underwent renovations under the ownership of Queen Marie of Romania. Her efforts preserved the castle's medieval charm while adding modern amenities, turning it into a beloved residence and cultural icon. Bran Castle's association with Dracula grew in the 20th century, thanks to Bram Stoker's novel, Dracula. While Stoker's depiction took creative liberties, it cemented the castle's connection to the vampire mythos, sparking curiosity and tourism. Today, Bran Castle welcomes tourists from around the globe, offering a glimpse into its storied past through exhibits, tours, and events. But amidst the fascination with Dracula's legacy, one question lingers. What untold stories and secrets lie within Bran Castle's walls? The year is 1872, a time when the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean was both a realm of adventure and a realm of mystery. It was in this setting that the British brigantine Mary Celeste embarked on a journey that would culminate in one of history's greatest maritime enigmas. Under the command of Captain Benjamin Briggs, the Mary Celeste set sail from New York City on November 7th, bound for Genoa. On board were Captain Briggs, his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and a crew of 7 seasoned sailors. The voyage progressed without incident, the crew diligently maintaining the ship and its course through the ocean. As weeks passed, the Mary Celeste sailed into history, its name soon to be synonymous with mystery and intrigue. On December 5th, 1872, the Canadian brigantine Deli, under the command of Captain David Morehouse, came upon an unsettling sight. The Mary Celeste, adrift and seemingly abandoned. Captain Morehouse and his crew cautiously approached the vessel. What they found was a scene straight out of a maritime ghost story. A perfectly seaworthy ship devoid of life, yet seemingly untouched by tragedy. The ship's cargo of denatured alcohol remained intact, along with provisions and the personal belongings of the crew. The ship's logbook, last entry dated 10 days prior, offered no clues as to the sudden disappearance of Captain Briggs, his family, and the crew. The crew of the Degradia then boarded the ship and brought it into port in Gibraltar, submitting reports of everything that they found at sea. This, in turn, sparked a wave of speculation and investigation, as theories ranging from piracy to mutiny to natural disaster were explored. Crew members from the Degracia and additional witnesses were questioned extensively, yet no conclusive explanation for the fate of the Mary Celeste's crew was ever reached. Over the years, the mystery of the Mary Celeste has captured the imagination of historians, authors, and enthusiasts alike, spawning countless theories and speculations. Despite the passage of time, the fate of Captain Briggs, his family, and the crew of the Mary Celeste remains one of the greatest unsolved puzzles of maritime history.
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
All hail Macbeth! Thou shalt be king hereafter!
In the world of theater, there exists a superstition so potent that it sends shivers down the spines of actors, directors, and theater enthusiasts alike. It's the curse of Macbeth. The Curse of Macbeth has a dark and storied history, dating back to the earliest performances of William Shakespeare's tragic masterpiece. Legend has it that the play's dark themes of ambition, betrayal, and murder have attracted misfortune and tragedy since its inception. One of the first documented instances of tragedy associated with the play occurred in 1606 when a boy actor playing Lady Macbeth died suddenly during a performance. This tragic event set the stage for a series of unfortunate incidents tied to the play. Throughout history, numerous accidents, mishaps, and misfortunes have plagued productions of Macbeth. In 1849, during a performance in New York City, a riot erupted, leading to injuries and chaos among the audience. The play's intense emotions seemed to spill over into real-life chaos. The curse even seemed to follow outside theater walls. John Gielgud's production in 1942 suffered from the real-life deaths of the actor playing King Duncan, as well as 2 of the actors playing the witches, one of whom died on stage, and a costume designer who killed themselves opening night. Actor Charlton Heston felt the effects of the curse when in 1954 he managed to crash his motorcycle during rehearsals of the show, and also suffered extensive burns when his tights became soaked in kerosene and caught his leg on fire midway through the play. In 1964, the Di Maria II National Theatre in Lisbon caught fire during a production of Macbeth, causing extensive damage and leading to the loss of historical artifacts. The flames seemed to mirror the play's fiery themes of destruction and downfall. The extent of superstition runs so deep that even the Michael Fassbender 2015 film adaptation saw the actor and the rest of the cast and crew refusing to say the film's name, only referring to it as the Scottish play or that name. Despite these tragedies, the question remains, is the curse of Macbeth real, or is it merely a product of coincidence and superstition? Some argue that the play's intense themes and psychological impact on actors and audiences contribute to the belief in the curse. As the theater community continues to grapple with this age-old superstition, one thing remains certain. Whether fact or fiction, the curse of Macbeth continues to cast its shadow over the world of theater. In the year 1587, a group of English settlers arrived on the shores of Roanoke Island, a small but promising piece of land along the coast of what is now North Carolina. Little did they know that their arrival would mark the beginning of one of the greatest mysteries in American history: the disappearance of the Roanoke Colony. Led by Governor John White, the colonists established the Roanoke Colony with the hopes of building a prosperous settlement in the New World. They were the second attempt at colonizing the island following a failed expedition in 1585. Initially, relations with the local Native American tribes, particularly the Croatoan and the Socotan peoples, seemed amicable. The colonists traded with the natives and relied on their assistance for survival. However, tensions soon arose within the colony. Supplies were running low, and Governor White made the decision to return to England to procure much-needed reinforcements and supplies. Governor White's return to the colony was delayed due to various circumstances, including conflicts with the Spanish Armada and challenges in securing ships for the voyage back to Roanoke. It wasn't until 1590 that Governor White finally returned to Roanoke Island, eager to reunite with his fellow colonists and assess the progress of the settlement. To his shock and dismay, Governor White found the Roanoke colony deserted. Buildings were in disrepair, and there was no sign of the colonists or their belongings. The only clue left behind was the word Croatoan carved into a tree trunk. This led to speculation that the colonists may have sought refuge with the nearby Croatoan tribe. Over the centuries, numerous theories have emerged to explain the disappearance of the Roanoke colony, ranging from assimilation into Native American tribes to conflicts with other European powers. 115 souls were lost on Roanoke Island, one of the first real mysteries in the history of modern-day America, reminding us of the perils faced by those of the past. The story of Roanoke remains a testament to the resilience and mystery of the human spirit, a tale that continues to captivate and intrigue generations of historians and explorers. In the midst of the tumultuous Indian Rebellion of 1857, a gem of unparalleled beauty and infamy emerged. The Deli Purple Sapphire. Its origins shrouded in myth and tragedy, it would come to be known as much for its enchanting hue as for the darkness that purportedly clung to it. Colonel W. Ferris, stationed in Delhi during the height of colonial rule, acquired the fabled sapphire, drawn to its exquisite craftsmanship and whispered tales of a curse. Little did he anticipate the cascade of misfortune that would soon engulf his life. Soon after bringing the Deli Purple Sapphire into his home, Colonel Ferris found himself ensnared in a web of misfortune. Business ventures that once flourished faltered. Familial harmony gave way to bitter discord, and his health deteriorated inexplicably. Eventually, the stone made its way into the possession of Edward Heron Allen, a famous scientist and writer. In 1890, soon after taking possession of the gem, a series of unfortunate events connected to the curse of the stone began to unfold in his day-to-day affairs. In 1902, Heron Allen eagerly agreed to lend the Deli Sapphire to a friend in hopes to free himself from the curse. When the friend was immediately beset by a series of unfortunate events himself, he returned the gem to Heron Allen, whose life was pitched directly back into chaos. In a fit of rage, one day, he cast the stone into Regent's Canal, forever finished with the gem's hold on his life. Yet somehow, defying all expectation, the ring emerged from the canal and was taken to a local jeweler. This man, immediately recognizing the stone as the one he had mounted on a ring for Heron Allen, believing that he was performing a kindness, returned the accursed ring. Soon, another friend asked to borrow the jewel. Heron Allen once again lent it out without hesitation. This unfortunate recipient was a professional singer who suffered permanent vocal damage after wearing the accursed curio. After his death, Heron Allen's daughter disposed of the gem as quickly as possible and sent it to the Natural History Museum. There, it stayed until in 1972, curator Peter Tandy uncovered the sapphire and the strange letter detailing the mysterious tales of tragedy attached to the stone. The letter finishes, "Whoever opens this box, do whatever you want with it. My advice, however, is to throw it into the sea." Now displayed in London Natural History Museum, the Deli Purple Sapphire remains a mystery, a relic of a bygone era steeped in legend and tragedy. Its story serves as a stark reminder of the unseen forces that may lie within seemingly innocuous treasures, a cautionary tale whispered through the annals of history.